the beginning of the story, we see Sabana, the owner of a vegetarian hotel, cutting a man's corpse into small pieces in the middle of the night. Blood is flowing throughout the hotel. Sabana then burns the pieces in a fire inside the hotel and then cleans the entire hotel again, removing all traces of blood. He then takes a bath and cleans himself. The scene shifts to the next day, and we see Arjun, a police inspector, receiving a call from his village wife. Due to her ill health, she has been asking Arjun to return to the village with a transfer for the past few days. Today, Arjun tells her that his work here is almost over, and he will receive a transfer soon. Arjun then calls his senior officer and inquires about the transfer. The senior officer then tells him to finish Vijay's case first and then talk about a transfer. Arjun had kept a man named Vijay locked up in the lockup because he had murdered his own wife. Arjun hadn't yet received the post-mortem report, and that's why he hadn't filed Vijay's case and sent it to court. While Arjun waits for the post-mortem report at the police station, we see Subhana again. He's cooking for his hotel customers as usual. The police station was nearby, so the police often came to the hotel for breakfast. But Subhana behaves normally around them. As soon as the news is announced on the radio, Subhana gathers all his utensils and goes to the back of the hotel, pretending to wash them. A bus departed from behind the hotel at the same time every day, and a woman named Subhadra traveled on that bus, and Subhana stood at the bus stand every day to see her. Well, we'll learn more about this woman later. But on the other hand, a constable at the police station informs Arjun that Vijay has escaped from the lockup. All the police officers go after him to catch him, but Vijay refuses to stop, and Arjun is forced to shoot him in the leg. However, Vijay falls into a small pit. When the police come down to look for him, he is gone, which only adds to Arjun's troubles. Vijay's guilt hadn't been proven yet, and if Vijay died, Arjun might even face jail time, let alone a transfer. Meanwhile, the police are desperately searching for Vijay. Meanwhile, when Subhana enters his hotel, he sees Vijay hiding in his room. Subhana is initially frightened by the sight of him, but Vijay says, "I haven't killed anyone, yet the police are trying to frame me. Please help me and don't tell the police that I'm hiding here." Just then, the police arrive at the hotel looking for Vijay. Subhana comes out and offers them tea and drinks, wondering whether to tell the police about Vijay. The policeman shows Subhana Vijay's photo and asks, "Have you seen this man?" His hands are shaking in front of the police, but he composes himself and tells them, "No, sir, I haven't seen anyone like that." Subhana decides to help Vijay and manages everything in front of the police. After the police leave, Subhana goes to Vijay and asks him, "If you didn't commit the murder, why are the police after you?" Vijay then begins to tell him his story. Vijay had a friend named Harsha, and they were both orphans. They became each other's support system, and Harsha took care of Vijay like an older brother. One day, Vijay tells Harsha that he had passed the BSF exam and would leave for 2 years of training as soon as the letter arrived. However, Harsha had already identified a girl for Vijay. He tells Vijay that the girl is very nice, so marry her and then go wherever you want. The next day, they both go to the girl's house to see her. The girl's name is Saugantika. Vijay sees Saugantika and falls in love with her, and they get married, and they are very happy together. But just a few days after the wedding, Vijay receives a letter from her asking her to go for training. Seeing this, Saugantika's eyes fill with tears. Vijay explains that he has to go for training and it's only for 2 years. "I'll be back soon. Then we'll both be together." Saugantika, despite her reluctance, sends Vijay for training. Vijay is working hard on his training and 2 years are about to complete. But one day, Vijay receives a letter from Harsha, which leaves him devastated. Harsha had written to Vijay, saying, "You're enjoying your training, but Saugantika's behavior here is not right. She's gone a little too close to a boy named Ramesh. They might be friends, but you should come here yourself and talk to Saugantika and save your marriage." Vijay also takes a break from training and comes home for a few days. Saugantika is suddenly delighted to see Vijay at home, but Vijay asks her about Ramesh, and upon hearing this, Saugantika breaks down in tears. She tells Vijay, "It's all your fault. You left me just a few days after our wedding. My dreams weren't fulfilled. I felt lonely and it's all your fault." Hearing this, Vijay is heartbroken, so he drinks heavily with Harsha. When he returns home that evening, he finds Saugantika in the bedroom with Ramesh. Ramesh flees upon seeing Vijay, and in a rage, Vijay slaps Saugantika hard and falls unconscious. But the next morning, when Arjun wakes him up, Vijay awakens to find Saugantika's dead body lying on the bed. The police arrest Vijay and put him in the lockup. After telling his entire story, Vijay tells Subhana, "I'm innocent." Meanwhile, the police are still searching for Vijay. Meanwhile, Vijay's friend Harsha goes to meet a lawyer. He tells him everything about Vijay. The lawyer agrees to fight his case. The next day, Subhana is handling customers at his hotel as usual. Just then, some policemen arrive for breakfast, and Vijay begins coughing. To prevent the police outside from hearing him, Vijay covers his mouth with a cloth. The police don't suspect anything, and after breakfast, they leave. However, the bullet that hit Vijay was still in his leg, and Vijay's health is deteriorating. If the bullet isn't removed, it could lead to infection. Therefore, at night, when it's quiet, Vijay puts a cloth in his mouth again and tries to remove the bullet. But he can't bear the pain, and he screams. Hearing the sound, Subhana wakes up and starts scolding Vijay, asking him, "Do you want everyone to know about you?" Just then, Subhana hears a knock on Subhana's door. Subhana is frightened. He thinks someone might have heard his scream. Subhana opens the door and sees a constable standing outside. He asks Subhana about the scream, and Subhana tells him, "I had a bad dream, so I screamed." The constable leaves. Vijay then tells Subhana, "You've helped me a lot, but I won't put you in trouble because of me. I'll leave." Subhana then tells him, "Look, you're not able to walk yet, so rest today and leave tomorrow." The next morning, Arjun goes to the hospital to get Saugantika's post-mortem report. The doctor tells Arjun that Vijay didn't murder Saugantika because the fingerprints found on Saugantika's neck belonged to someone else, not Vijay. Hearing this, Arjun becomes even more worried because if they can't find Vijay and the matter gets out, Arjun is sure to lose his job and go to jail. Subhana sees that Vijay has developed a high fever after removing the bullet. He finishes handling customers at the hotel, closes the hotel, goes to the market, buys medicines and some essential items for Vijay, and returns home. He gives Vijay money, tickets, medicines, and everything else and tells him to rest for now. "I'll wake you up before the bus arrives in the morning. You should get out of here." But in the middle of the night, when Subhana goes to wake Vijay, he finds Vijay asleep forever, meaning he's dead. Seeing this, Subhana is devastated. He doesn't know what to do next. He stuffs Vijay's body into a sack and goes to dispose of it. But on the way, he meets two constables. They ask Subhana, "What are you doing here so late at night?" Subhana uses his clever mind and says, "I've thoroughly cleaned the entire hotel and am going to throw away the garbage." But the constable tells him, "If you throw anything away at this time of the night, people will misunderstand. You should throw it away tomorrow morning." Hearing this, Subhana returns home. He's unsure of what to do with Vijay's body. Finally, he takes out a large knife and cuts it into pieces. He then burns the pieces inside his vegetarian hotel. Afterward, he cleans the entire hotel, takes a shower, and gets ready. But this isn't the scene we saw at the beginning of the story. A major mystery is yet to be solved. The next morning, some policemen come to Subhana's hotel for breakfast, and in the course of conversation, they tell some villagers that Vijay didn't kill Saugantika. He's innocent, and hearing this, Subhana is overcome with regret. He thinks, "Vijay himself was asking to leave, but I stopped him." His luck was bad. If I had let him go, he might still be alive today. Another afternoon, Subhadra, the woman from the bus, arrives at Subhana's hotel with her son, and upon seeing her, a strange glow appears on Subhana's face. Subhadra wants to talk to him, but the hotel is full of customers, so she can't speak, and she quietly leaves. A short while later, the woman's son arrives with a letter and gives it to Subhana. Subhana then goes alone and reads the letter. Subhana were in love years ago. However, due to family pressure, Subhana married someone else, and Subhana, waiting for Subhana, has stayed married. However, Subhana's husband died a few years ago, and in the letter, Subhana had written, "If you want, we can get married and live together." Subhana is overjoyed to read this. His years of waiting are about to end. He writes a letter in response to Subhana's letter and waits for the right moment to deliver it. Meanwhile, Arjun is now searching for Vijay as well as Saugantika's boyfriend and finally discovers incriminating evidence. He goes to the police station, but then Arjun receives a call from his senior officer. He asks Arjun, "Did you find Vijay? If you don't find Vijay, be prepared to go to jail." Arjun replies, "Which Vijay are you talking about, sir? I arrested him. There's no evidence of this. I'll close Saugantika's case by declaring it a suicide. Don't pressure me. Just prepare for my transfer." In the evening, Arjun goes to meet Subhana at his hotel. Seeing Arjun at the hotel, Subhana is surprised and wonders if Arjun found out about his affair. Arjun then asks Subhana, "Where is your brother Ramesh?" Actually, Ramesh was Saugantika's boyfriend, and he's Subhana's brother. Subhana says, I haven't seen him in 2 or 3 months. But Sabana probably didn't know that there was a CCTV camera installed across the street, covering his entire hotel. Arjun showed him the CCTV video, which recorded Ramesh arriving at the hotel at midnight a few days ago. Now, Sabana had no choice but to tell the truth. A few days ago, Ramesh had come running to Sabana at midnight. He was terrified and asked Sabana for some money. He said, "I'll never come back here." But Sabana refused. When he checked Ramesh's bag, he found photos of several girls, including one of Saugantika. Seeing this, Sabana understood that Ramesh had come here after killing someone and wanted to escape the city. He asked Ramesh which of them he had killed. Ramesh then points to Saugantika and explains, "She was in a relationship with me for a long time. But when her husband returned home this time, she left me. I couldn't have fun with her or steal her money, so I killed her. But her husband saw me doing it." After explaining everything, he tries to snatch the money from Sabana. But an enraged Sabana pulls him away and slaps him, killing Ramesh with just one slap. Sabana is initially confused, but to save himself, Sabana cuts his brother's body into pieces and burns the pieces in the furnace of his vegetarian hotel. This is the scene we saw at the beginning of the film. Arjun is also shocked to hear this. Then he asks Sabana where Vijay is. Sabana tells him Vijay came to my hotel, and as soon as I saw him, I knew it was my brother who ruined his life. That's why I helped him to save him, but he died. If his body had been found, the blame would have fallen on me. To save myself, I chopped his body into pieces and burned it in my furnace. Hearing this, Arjun asks him, "Is this yours a vegetarian hotel or a slaughterhouse?" Well, with this statement, my case has been solved. He asks Sabana to go to the police station. But Sabana says, "What proof do you have that you can arrest me? Right now, you'll arrest me and take me to jail. But in court, I'll change my statement." Arjun then shows him his secret camera, which he had hidden near the radio. He tells Sabana that his entire statement has been recorded on it, but then he realizes that he forgot to put the battery in the camera, meaning it didn't record anything. Seeing this, Sabana bursts out laughing. This enrages Arjun, who pushes him hard, causing a nail in the wall to pierce his head, killing him instantly. Arjun is utterly shocked by this, as he has killed the real culprit. He doesn't know what to do next. Then an idea strikes him, and he dismembers Sabana's body and burns it in his own furnace. But as soon as he completes his task, he begins to feel strange. Everything becomes blurry and he begins to feel dizzy. In fact, while narrating the story, Suna had given Arjun some tea, and the poison had already taken effect, and Arjun too died. The next morning, the police arrived at the hotel. They found only Arjun's dead body, but no one knew what a horrific incident had occurred at the hotel last night. Finally, we see Subhadra. She returns to the hotel. She finds a burned piece of Sabana's letter in which Sabana had written, "I too want to spend my life with you." And with that, the story ends. Friends, we learn something from this story. The path of crime, whether chosen out of compulsion or anger, always ends in destruction. Each subsequent act committed to conceal a sin pushes a person deeper into a quagmire from which there is no way back. Friends, how did you like this story? I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel for another unique story.